Welcome to the Central Iowa Sports Network's live coverage of the 2017 Iowa Girls State Basketball Tournament from downtown Des Moines. It's 40 teams from the smallest towns to the biggest cities competing for 5 titles. CISN's coverage of the 2017 state tournament is brought to you by Mid-American Energy, CenturyLink, Atlantic Coca-Cola Bottling Company. Now let's go courtside at Wells Fargo Arena for the play-by-play.
The largest class yet to decide. Dar Danielson here alongside Annie Pollock as we move to the 5A semifinals, and they're all good, seems like, in the semifinals, but a couple of good ones setting up here in 5A. Andy.
Yeah, really looking forward again to seeing Indianola undefeated right now this year in 5A, and they have just been outstanding. They're a matchup nightmare all over the field, so we'll have a chance to see these ladies here shortly. But Cedar Falls is going to have a lot to say about it, but Indianola, led by one of the premier players in the state in Grace Berg. So this is, I'm looking forward to this. We've had a couple real nice games so far here today. Good to see Pella come back and make that a game in the last one and not able to finish it off at the end. But Marion Indians, such a young squad, onto the state championship game in 4A where they will play tomorrow night, Saturday night. But this one now, 5A. I love what comes along with the semifinals, with all the fans start to pour in. You start to get all the other teams coming in to watch the girls too play, the ones that don't make it here. And as you look around, this is quite a fun atmosphere today here in Wells Fargo Arena.
And for Indianola, they've gone wire to wire, number one in 5A. They've been at the top for most of the season and trying to finish this out. I heard a little bit of the talk. Well, we played a lot of 4A teams, but they've stepped up and done everything they could here, and now they just got to win this, move the title game, and move on.
Correct, and even they've beat everybody they played this year, whether it's a 4A team or a 5A team. And one of the premier players in the state for Coach Hansen's squad, Grace Berg. Berg, just a junior, 6 foot tall, averages 20 points a game, 10 rebounds. She's a Missouri commit already as a junior right now, and she's a matchup nightmare all over the floor. She can score inside and out. You talked to several people here around Wells Fargo Arena in that first round win over Johnston the other night. They had no answer for her, and that's the way a lot of teams have been with her this year. But she's not it. Maddie McGraw as well, sophomore guard for them, averaged about 17 points a game. And Maddie McGraw starting to get some D1 interest as well. Like I said, just a sophomore, but she is incredibly talented as well. When you combine that duo, McGraw 5'11", able to shoot from all over the court, you combine that duo, and it just made Indianola such a tough squad this year for anybody to defend. They play pretty good defense as well.
And for Cedar Falls, last couple of years they played the spoiler here, and I think they'd like to move on beyond that. They beat the defending champion last year, then lost in the semifinals. This year they pull an upset in the first round, and they'd like to move on here too and advance to the championship.
Absolutely. Kiana Barney put up 24 points in that first round game. She only averages about 13 on the season, so well above her average. But they also, they've got Cynthia Wolf, their post player. Cynthia's 6'3", and she's the key will be to see if she can stay underneath the basket or how far away she'll get drawn, because she's really the rim protector for that Cedar Falls squad. And like you said, they've played the role of spoiler here for a few years, so it'll be fun to see what sort of game plan they've got today to try to stop some of the big dogs from Indianola.
Just a few seconds away here from the starting lineup, so we'll go courtside for that as the crowd's piling in here. It looks like the Indianola kids are a little bit of, Hawaiian beach type day for them.
Going to try to warm up the arena here today.
And we're winding the clock down, pregame clock. Let's go to our public address announcer.
Welcome the teams for this Class 5A semifinal game. First for the Cedar Falls Tigers, the visiting team on the scoreboard, the non-starters. Number 3, Emerson Green. Number 5, Paige Kowali. Number 13, Olivia Remmert. Number 21, Taylor Becker. Number 23, Madison Schulte. Number 31, Hannah Bermel. Number 41, Haley Pop. Number 43, Taylor Lynch. And number 45, Ashley Lee. The assistant coaches for the Tigers are Phil Moss and Brian Cedar. Now for the Indianola Indians, the home team on the scoreboard. The non-starters, number 4, Maddie Post. Number 23, Liza Lathram. Number 24, Rachel Bishop. Number 31, Anna Hoyman. Number 32, Ellie Jensen. Assistant coaches for the Indians are Ken Bean, Morgan Terpstra, Dave Metz, and Doug McAnally. Now let's meet the starting lineups for both teams. For the Tigers, number 11, Riley Johnson. For the Indians, number 13, Maggie McGraw. For the Tigers, number 15, Callie Johnson. For the Indians, number 14, Maddie Sorensen. For the Tigers, number 25, Allie Conrad. For the Indians, number 15, Carrington Keel. For the Tigers, number 33, Kiana Barney. For the Indians, number 34, Haley Vesey. For the Tigers, number 51, Cynthia Wolf. And for the Indians, number 43, Grace Berg. Head coach for the Tigers is Greg Groen. Head coach for the Indians is Bert Hansen. Our officials for today's game are Royce Redinger, Josh Slaughter, and Marlon Schoenhoven. Now let's play basketball.
I'm all for that. Let's play Class 5A. We have 4 championships set. We're going to set the 5A title game here. Dar Danielson and Andy Pollock, and a couple quick final thoughts before the tip-off here.
Yeah, I think the key right now for Cedar Falls, if they're going to pull off the upset today, is if they can try to keep the ball out of Grace Berg's hands. And I don't know how you do it. She moves around. They move her around a lot. We'll see what sort of junk defenses Cedar Falls can throw at her and try to really make somebody else beat them if you're Cedar Falls. And so then if you're Cedar Falls, you got to hit some shots. We've seen some ice-cold shooting from some teams down here. We'll see if the Tigers can warm this up today.
So Berg and Wolf step in to get it started, and it's controlled by Cedar Falls. They're in the dark uniforms, the Tigers, and Indianola in the home whites here today. And I'd say hi to the fans of Indianola watching, but everybody's here, I think.
So, yeah. There's a lot of purple across the way.
And a lot of friends over in Cedar Falls, my home territory. Hi to them. And down the lane up, and a rebound off to Berg. Off the miss there by Allie Conrad. Here come the Indians back the other way with it. McGraw up high to Sorensen. They'll start the offense. Keel looked for the cutters into the middle, and then the travel called on Berg.
Interesting. They're not going to deny the ball to Grace. They're going to let her catch that right now and see what she can do with the ball in her hands. That's going to be a fun matchup today, though, watching her and Cynthia Wolf. There's a lot of height out there between those two.
Well, you never know in these things. If you'd have told me Pella would have a 2-point and a 4-point quarter in a semifinal game, I wouldn't have believed you.
And then be a 2-point deficit at the
there's
end.
There's a 3.
There's a shot Cedar Falls is going to have to hit today as Callie Johnson just steps out. No one came out to defend her. Wide open look for her.
So, minute gone. Cedar Falls on the board first. Over in the corner, McGraw up and no good.
A nice move by her to get open, but it's come almost a little hook. Lucky she didn't get called for the offensive foul.
Back the other way. Looked at the 3 there, Callie Johnson. Now into the post, and Berg goes down. Battle for it. It's going to be a tie-up, and that'll go back to Indianola.
I love that effort as this game gets started right there. You have a D1 commit already in Grace Berg, and you've got Kiana Barney, the leading scorer for Cedar Falls, already diving on the floor just a minute and a half in, going after a loose ball.
And Haley Vesey in there to help tie it up for the Indians, and they come back the other way, trailing by 3 in the early going. Kick out for three. No good. Rattles around and out. The rebound to Riley Johnson. Here come the Tigers. They looked to lob it inside a minute to Wolf, but decided not to. Over on the wing. Barney dribbles it up.
Barney, a nice matchup out there for Cedar Falls at 6'1", playing out on the wing.
Over the top to Riley Johnson. Down the lane. Kick over. Baseline jumper. No good. Rebound. Fought for. Pulled down on a foul called. I think it's going to go against Riley Johnson. Yep.
Johnson just trying to tie up Sorensen there at the end of the play and got called for reaching in.
Oh, here we go. Back the other way with it. Indianola. Kick outside to Berg. Drives in. Has it knocked away. And foul called.
Yep, Berg grabbed on the way down. You know, Berg she draws so much attention when she gets the basketball, and so far Wolf has done an excellent job defending her, but that time you see Callie Johnson reaching in as well, just drawing all that attention, able to slap the ball away and cause a turnover going the other way.
So the first foul on Indianola comes on Berg. Spin inside, and Wolf almost made it through there, but had it knocked away. Baseline jumper, short, rebound, knocked out of there, kept alive by Conrad for CF. Three-pointer, no good. Rebound comes off to Sorensen for Indianola. And almost slapped away up high.
We talked about ice-cold shooting so far in a lot of these semifinals. Seeing it here so far as well.
It happens when you start out in these games sometime. Here's a three, no good. Rebound comes off to the Tigers. Up the floor. So we're down the lane, and a foul going to be called on Sorensen.
Got her with a body as she tried to dribble around the top of the key there.
Her first, team second.
You know, it's interesting right now, Indianola really trying to spread things out on the offensive end. Cedar Falls not as much. They're keeping Wolf right there in the middle of everything. Thought maybe they might try to draw out some of the post players from Indianola, and they're not doing it that way. They're
Emerson Green into the ball game. That's her with the ball right there. And Cedar Falls on the drive, kicks it out, ripped off by Maggie McGraw. Steals the pass, and she'll drive it quickly the other way. Crosses the way for three. Good!
Yeah, that's
Maddie
a good
Sorensen.
spot. That's as McGraw drives the baseline, you kind of get the entire shift of the defense, everybody coming this way, and Sorensen just hanging out. You see that long baseline pass. You see it so much in college basketball right now, too, but that's a very effective pass.
Tie ball game, 3-3 here in the early going. These two teams trying to ramp up, get into the flow, and on the drive, and partially blocked. It goes behind the backboard, out of bounds, and it'll go to Indianola.
Yeah, Bird lucky there because that was very close to being her second foul of the game. That
Yeah,
would have had her taking a seat.
I thought she got the last hand on it there, but it didn't. They give it to Indianola, and we'll come back the other way with it. Dar Danielson, Andy Pollack on CISN.TV. Here's a three. Good!
Yeah, if McGraw heats up for Indianola, it's going to be a tough night for Cedar Falls right now because she is very capable of hitting those shots. You need to get a hand in her face.
Back-to-back threes here for Indianola, their first lead of the game by 3. And here's Allie Conrad with it. Over on the wing for three. Short rebound. And can't save it. Good attempt there. A nice catch by Laura Leonard over there. She's waiting to do the championship games tonight. Still has some good hands.
Second row. She was a long ways away to catch that pass. So.
And here comes the Tigers. Green drives in. Up under. And out of bounds to Indianola.
Still a lot of contact out there right now on both sides, really. This game gets physical tonight. I'm not sure who that's going to be an advantage to right now because you can tell both these teams have some ladies who are familiar with the weight room.
And the body stuff they're letting go.
Yep.
If it's body to body, as long as you're not hacking, they're going to kind of let most of that go, it seems like. Turn square for three. No good. Rattles out almost the third straight three. And the second for Maggie McGraw. But the Tigers get the rebound, come back the other way with it. Up high is Wolf. Turns on the pivot, gets it off to Conrad. Green, left side for three. Good. No. Oh, man. stopped me in my good call there, all the way down. And offensive foul.
Nice job. Barney got down there. Yeah, Barney was down there, got her feet set. Able to get down there and get in VC's way, and you could see from a long ways away that charging call was coming, although for the officials it came from across the court.
And you ought to at least get 1 point for that one, the way it spun around the hoop and stayed in there.
That you don't see too many that get that far down. It had so much spin on it.
Yeah,
it
just such
propelled
English.
itself back out.
Here comes Cedar Falls, trailing by 3. Drive in, up, no good rebound, put back up, and good. And that was Haley Pop into the ball game.
Nice job fighting for that rebound. Cedar Falls doesn't go very deep. They'll only play about 7, maybe 8 girls today.
So a 1 point lead into Berg, crossover and gets fouled by Pop.
Berg is so quick when she catches the ball down to the low post. Again, that's just a tough matchup for anybody right now. She's able to do so much with it wherever she is on the court.
Grace Berg to the free throw line, brought to you by Mid-American Energy. Rattles that one home. Her first points of the ball game here for Grace Berg. For Mid-American Energy, putting the power in your hands means helping keep families safe. Go to midamericanenergy.com. Grace Berg, second one short. And it's a 7-5 lead for Indianola. 2 point lead now. Their biggest lead has been 3 after they hit 2 threes. Now good look inside to Pop. Another one of those rollers in and out. Pop rips it away, goes back up, bucket and the foul.
That was excellent body control by Haley Pop right there. The way she was able to just take that ball with her body turned sideways, all cockeyed. And, you know, if you're a youngster out there watching right now, using the backboard, using the glass, you see on the rebound, you're able to get it up, muscle it up and in.
Free throw good. Haley Pop has 5 points off the bench here.
Been a spark for the Tigers here early on.
Gives them the lead here by 1. Across the top, Indianola. And a travel call.
A little jump stop followed by a couple extra steps.
And that last foul was on Maggie McGraw, her first and the team's 4th for Indianola. So the Tigers now with a 1 point lead. And the ball, that's their first lead of the game. Over on the left side, Remmert. Pull up, short rebound, Pop.
Who else, right?
Yep, Pop pops for 7 points here. And the lead is 3 for the Tigers.
See how Indianola tries to get Berg involved right now. They can't.
Yep.
They just can't.
Oh, and turnover there.
Great effort, Conrad, but just not able to quite corral it in.
And so Indianola lobs it into Berg. She lets the cutter come through, drives it to the hole, misses a shot, goes down.
I love that play, though, the way they're able to clear her out as a gal comes around.
Oh, nice block on the shot. They put back up and good.
Remmert
by
all the points coming off the bench right now for Cedar Falls. Quite the spark with Remmert and Pop.
And Remmert with the bucket. And the lead up to 5 for the Tigers. Up high with it. And stolen away by Green. So a run here by Cedar Falls.
They're going to hold for 1.
And Emerson Green, who stole it, now has it up high, gets it off to Conrad. 8 seconds. Drives in there, throws it up, almost got it to the bucket, and it goes out of bounds with 2.4. Gives you enough time to run a play.
Yeah, she's kind of got herself stuck in a tough spot over there. No real angle to put it off the glass.
Tigers lob it out. Remmert for 3, no good at the buzzer. So after 1, Cedar Falls 12, Indianola 7. We'll be back with the second period after this.
It's Truck Month at the all-new Schottenkirk Ford in Indianola. Get $12,000 off select new F-150s and a 5-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. $12,000 off select new F-150s. Or get 0% for 72 months. To bulk up fresh local trades, Schottenkirk Ford is in a position to give you more for your trade. The Schottenkirk Experience, now available in Indianola. The all-new Schottenkirk Ford of Indianola. SchottenkirkFord.com.
Annual enrollment for most Iowa HealthLink members. If you signed up in April last year, you can change plans or keep things the way they are. Have you heard about it?
Yeah, I'll probably check out all the plans again. I'm thinking about switching. I just want to make some healthy changes this year. Who do you have?
I'm staying with AmeriGroup. I get all the regular benefits plus lots of extras. Rewards for getting checkups and free Weight Watchers.
Wow, that sounds great. I'm going with AmeriGroup too.
Choose AmeriGroup. Call 1-800-338-8366 today.
Hey, it's annual.
Here at Wells Fargo, a wild first quarter. Cedar Falls leading Indianola 12-7. They'll get the ball to start the second quarter. Haley Pop, 7 points off the bench. Here they're really going back cut, and she converts. Wow.
Yeah, that was a great job. Conrad played through a lot of contact, too, to put that in.
Allie Conrad kept her balance and got the shot up, and Berg drives, and she stepped on the baseline.
You know, they let the contact go down there. They let it go on this end, and it just happened to play into Cedar Falls' favor as Berg just, nudged out just a little bit. Steps on the line, though. Can we see which team can kind of play through the physicality that they're being allowed to play with so far today?
And the runs. We talk about it over and over again. Cedar Falls on the run here. We'll see how Indianola answers. And a three, no good. Taken by Callie Johnson. Here comes Indianola. Sorensen drives, gets it back outside to McGraw.
Indianola will usually only play 5, maybe 6 girls.
3 up by Vesey, no good.
Fatigue can come into play at all here as well.
And over on the left side to Remmert. Or Barney, excuse me. Barney kicks it out for 3. No good, and Barney runs it down. The long rebound. And they'll rotate it back inside. Down the lane, give and go, and it comes up. Off no good, and the foul called.
You couldn't tell. I think it was Berg able to get her hand in there. Had the official decided he needed a better view of it than I did right away as it happened. But I think Berg was able to get a hand in and stop Barney from making the layup.
And I think they called that on Johnson, didn't they? Let's see here.
Yes, they did.
Yep, Riley Johnson. Okay, her second, team third.
No, it was on Callie Johnson.
Or Callie Johnson.
Yep, Callie Johnson.
Wrong Johnson there.
Each of them have one now.
Okay. I'm going to make a rule. None of these same names and all that because it's too confusing for me.
Hey, I had the Van Meter. Were you with me for the Van Meter game the other
yeah.
night where they had 3 daughters? The coach's 3 daughters were on the team, and they all played?
Up, knocked away out front on the run out. Stop. Oh, missed it. Put back. Good.
She didn't want to come down with it. Conrad wanted no part of bringing the ball back down and putting it up. She was doing all she could to get it back off the glass.
Stolen away back the other way. Allie Conrad.
I think that was an alley-oop attempt.
Bounce pass in. Not a real good pass. Entry pass to Wolf. And here comes Maddie Sorensen. Up the floor quickly to Keel. Back up top over to Keel. And timeout call by Indianola. Bert Hansen didn't really look like the way that was shaping up. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll take a quick break and be back after this.
And here, we don't just dream, we make history by nearly doubling our clean energy as part of our 100% renewable vision. With this, our energy costs will remain some of the lowest in the nation. We'll create new jobs and boost economic growth. Our air will be cleaner, our state stronger, and together we'll advance this country's energy future forever. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service. This is
Here at Wells Fargo Arena on CISN.TV, Cedar Falls and Indianola. Cedar Falls up by 9, their biggest lead of the game, and it's been a bit of a scoring drought, Andy Pollock, for the Indians.
Yeah, they haven't scored since a 4-minute mark right now of the first quarter, and here's the deal. They're only getting one shot at it, too. They have not, Cedar Falls has not allowed an offensive rebound yet for Indianola, and the Indians have 8 turnovers, but a lot of those are forced. Some great defense out there, especially by Allie Conrad of the Tigers.
Indianola with the ball now after the timeout, about a 6-minute and counting drought from scoring. Here's Berg, drives in, kicks it out. Down the lane, runner doesn't go. Berg underneath, rebound, tries to throw it back out, it's kicked. It'll stay with Indianola.
And there's their first offensive rebound. And also, they've been struggling on the defensive glass as well. Cedar Falls all over that. They've already hauled in 8 offensive rebounds, allowed them to have a lot of second opportunities at the hoop.
Hoyman in there for Indianola now. That's McGraw, knocked away but retained possession.
Cedar Falls just constantly getting their hands on a lot of the passes, the dribbles, just harassing Indianola out at top.
And that's Ellie Jensen who was in there too. Almost,
Another one.
Almost got another steal, a hop and skip, and it forces the turnover on the travel.
Yep, as the hand got reached in, she kind of had to regather it, took her steps, and then took the jump stop after it. So
working on 7 minutes now. Scoring drought for Indianola. They have not scored in the second quarter.
They just haven't got many shots off.
Down the lane, up, no good. Missed by Barney, and then a foul. Goes against
on Callie Johnson.
Her second, 4th team foul. So each team now with 4 team fouls. Keel back in for Indianola.
Cedar Falls just has played excellent defense so far.
So here comes Indianola. Haven't scored since midway through the first quarter. Up high with it, over to Berg. Berg crossover dribble down the lane, doesn't go.
The move looked pretty, she just couldn't quite finish.
Just couldn't quite get it to go. Rebounded by Remmert. Crossed over to Remmert. Back up to Barney. To Green. As the Tigers reset their offense. They got Wolf posting over there against Berg. They drive in, try to get it to her, and it's knocked away.
Berg kind of baited her into that pass right there, gave her a quick little head fake at the ball, and then was able to drop herself right back into the passing lane. Here's instant offense.
Kind of like she was leaving an opening, but then stepped in there and knocked it away. Couldn't get the steal, but
instant offense. Haley Pop back in the game.
Over the left side to Conrad. Green looking for the screen. Now she'll just drive down the lane, and she gets bumped there. I think that's going to go against Sorensen.
In the NBA, that's an and one.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah, you get to continue on, take 5 steps, and put it up at least. Maddie Sorensen, her second personal, 5th team foul.
Bert Hansen giving the officials an earful over there. Of course, longtime boys coach as well. He knows how to work the stripes. He is in their ear over there.
Barney across over to Remmert, now to Green. She drives the middle, scoops it up. No good. Rebound, put back, foul.
Haley Pop again with a rebound. Is that Berg with her second?
Yep.
Man, Pop has just brought so much energy right now off the bench to Cedar Falls.
Free throw brought to you by Iowa Pork Producers. And she hits the free throw. That's 8 now for Haley Pop. Iowa pig farmers are doing it right. Learn more by visiting iowapork.org. And misses one. And it's a 10-point lead here for the Tigers. Indians searching for their first point of the second half. Or second quarter, excuse me. We're in the second quarter and a half. They're stolen away.
Great job there by Conrad. You know, we talked about that long baseline pass earlier. That time Conrad hanging out on the weak side and was able to snatch it away. Double-digit turnovers now for the Indians.
Inside, turn around, Barney can't get it to go. And a rebound pulled out of there by Vesey. Here's a three, good!
That's a very good look for Sorensen.
That ends the scoring drought for Indianola at about 9 minutes there. It makes it a 7-point game. Drive in, pressure, and rebound comes off to Anna Hoyman.
We've seen Conrad get herself in a kind of a bad position over there a couple times now. She drives through the lane.
Into Berg, crossover, up and no good. She tried to pop it out of there but can't. Green runs down the rebound.
Berg has found herself with a lot of open looks so far today, but just hasn't been able to capitalize. I'm Cedar Falls right now. I'm in no rush to get a shot off.
Yeah. They'll pull it out. Green down the lane, and I think she was surprised that nobody came to pick her up, and then she just put it up late. Didn't go, and she drew the foul.
Yeah, I think Berg was trying to bait her into that pass again, and she was able to kind of regain control and ended up with a lot better look at the basket than I think she was expecting.
Emerson Green with the foul. And here comes Indianola. Berg can't get it to fall again.
She got caught in a great position, got Wolf stuck behind her, coming off a screen.
And then a travel call.
Barney just kept waiting for someone to come cover her, and no one did. She was looking all around and realized, wait a minute, I'm 19 foot from the basket, and I've got a wide open shot.
Well, here comes Indianola, trailing by 7. Under 2 minutes now to play here in the first half. Outside. Here's a three. Good.
You know, it's interesting now. It's been VC and Sorensen that have been picking up the slack right now for Indianola. They're big two, not able to really get much rolling here today, but VC and Sorensen doing a great job from the outside.
13 points for Indianola, 4 of those on threes. Inside, Wolf connects.
Yep, Wolf got caught in a great matchup there with VC trying to cover her, giving up about 5 inches.
Inside, Berg gets it. The pass in there for the assist.
I was just about to mention how open Berg was, but she had a better view down low of the cutter.
Gets it to Ellie Jensen. And lead now down to 4. Lob inside, Wolf up and good.
You know, they're fronting her on defense with VC, and once they lob it over the top, there's just no help on the backside. There they were able to get something for Berg.
Berg gets the bucket. Her first field goal here with 42 seconds to play in the first half.
Cedar Falls in no rush here.
.29 seconds. Yeah, they'll pull it out. (21-17) Cedar Falls. They played the spoiler in the first 2 rounds each of the last 2 years, and they want to continue that role against the top-rated team, undefeated Indianola. 6 seconds, driving over. Green, bounce pass it back in, and it's going to be knocked out of bounds by Berg, and 2 seconds to get it in and get something going. And official gave her the ball and then said, "Oop, nope, didn't quite get it." Lob out and can't get off the shot.
That's tough with Berg in your face like that to get off the shot.
Remember it. So Cedar Falls 21-17. They were outscored 10-9 there in the quarter by Indianola, but still lead by 4. So at the end of 2, it's 21-17 Cedar Falls over Indianola. Let's take a break. We'll come back and look at some of the first half stats after this.
Spring has arrived at the all-new Fireplace Superstore. Drop in and check out all the new 2017 patio furniture. At Fireplace Superstore, you will find Central Iowa's most complete outdoor furniture selection for your deck and patio. including gas and charcoal grills, fire pits, and wicker furniture. Get in on the early spring savings going on now. Fireplace Superstore has been creating your outdoor style for over 35 years. Fireplace Superstore just west of Homemakers on Douglas in Urbandale.
Ask anyone you know, they will tell you the best meat comes from Fairway. We take pride in our meat counter and choose nothing but the best choice beef for our customers. From ribeyes to ribs, chicken to brats, we have them all. From grilling season to crock-pot weather, we have you covered. Fairway, best at choice beef.
It's Truck Month at the all-new Schottenkirk Ford in Indianola. Get $12,000 off select new F-150s and a 5-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. $12,000 off select new F-150s. Or get 0% for 72 months. To bulk up fresh local trades, Schottenkirk Ford is in a position to give you more for your trade. The Schottenkirk Experience, now available in Indianola. The all-new Schottenkirk Ford of Indianola. SchottenkirkFord.com.
Back at Wells Fargo, the Iowa Skippers out on the floor here at halftime. Gar Danielson, Andy Pollock, and I'm not afraid to admit I could not do any of this.
Yeah, if I sound a little distracted at halftime, I've kind of been in awe. They've jumped rope a lot more different ways than I've ever seen.
Sitting on their backside and skipping rope over it, that was a new one that I haven't seen.
And I'm amazed by just all the different ropes that they're using and how many people they've been able to intertwine using ropes and do it as well. This has been a fun halftime show. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, well, Cedar Falls have come out and they've kind of held Grace Berg to 3 points here for Indianola, held Indianola to just 17. Indianola went a stretch of about, 9 minutes without scoring there. 4 minutes to go in the second quarter, all the way up, into the first quarter, all the way up into the second quarter. And what's Cedar Falls doing?
Well, they've really done a nice job, just like we said in the pregame show, making someone beside Grace Berg and Maggie McGraw beat you. And that's what they've done. We've seen for Indianola, we've seen Sorensen and VC step up and hit some threes. But really right now, they've really shut down. Berg's got a couple opportunities. She's going to have to finish those. But then Cedar Falls, I love the effort off the bench from Haley Pop. I mean, she has got 10 points right now in the first half. 8 points?
8 points, yeah.
8 points in the first half. Comes off the bench. She's only played a couple minutes, and she's been instant offense out there. The effort she plays with, she's got 4 rebounds as well while she's out there, and just excellent effort so far by the Tigers. This game has got started.
Yeah, 3 field goals and 2 free throws, and it seemed like, well, Wolf got 2 points in the second quarter, but it seemed like Wolf a little struggle at first, and so they brought Pop in, and then she boom, got she got 7 points right there in the first quarter, and kind of just, as you said, instant offense, and got the Cedar Falls offense going.
Yep, and where Wolf has really been effective has been on the defensive end. She's a different matchup than most of the time that Grace Berg has seen this year, having someone taller than her guarding her, and Wolf can keep up. She's very spry, fleet of foot out there, and been able to keep up with Grace Berg as she does all her moves. Now she's got herself a couple opportunities, but I think maybe the tempo has forced her to get off some of these shots a little quicker than what she's wanted to, and she's just going to have to settle down. I think you're going to see a pretty nice second half by Grace Berg. She's a competitor, as we've seen her fly around the floor, but it's going to be interesting to see which team can kind of withstand that first little mini run that the other team's going to go on in the second half.
Because we know it's going to happen. We saw that in the game a little bit in the previous one with Pella and Marion. Pella made the run, but Marion held them off just enough to keep the lead and then able to finish it out. North Scott, they finished it out with free throws against Xavier there. So, yeah, it's going to, I harp on it, but there are the runs, and that's going to happen here.
Yep.
As the Iowa Skippers out of Cedar Rapids continue here on the halftime show.
I'm about breaking a sweat just watching
2 jump ropes there. I would end up being strangled somehow if I tried that. We used to do that a little bit in basketball, do the jump rope, and I could stand in place and do it a little bit. But anyway, a lot of stuff happening here at halftime. So the first half scoring, we'll run that down for you off the bench. We talked about it. Haley Pop leading scorer of the game with 8 for the Tigers, 4 for Allie Conrad, 3 for Callie Johnson, also 4 for Cynthia Wolf, 2 for Olivia Remmert. For the Indians, Haley Vesey, 3, Grace Berg, 3, 6 for Maddie Sorensen, and 3 for Maggie McGraw. And most are got two 2-point baskets, 4 3-pointers, and a free throw for Indianola in that first half.
I think as the second half moves on, or as we get started here, Indianola going to have to do a much better job of valuing the basketball. It seemed like in that first half, maybe just some lazy passes. Cedar Falls, as I mentioned before, just harassing Indianola. Anytime they've got the ball, that you can't relax.
10 turnovers for Indianola.
And they've really thrown Indianola out of their rhythm on offense. And credit to Cedar Falls, because what they've done so far has been outstanding. Their defensive game plan for handling the Indians.
We're at halftime here. It's Cedar Falls leading Indianola 21-17 as you see the Iowa Skippers going at it. We're going to take another break. We'll come back with more after this.
Hey, it's annual enrollment for most Iowa HealthLink members. If you signed up in April last year, you can change plans or keep things the way they are. Have you heard about it?
Yeah, I'll probably check out all the plans again. I'm thinking about switching. I just want to make some healthy changes this year. Who do you have?
I'm staying with AmeriGroup. I get all the regular benefits plus lots of extras. Rewards for getting checkups and free Weight Watchers.
Wow, that sounds great. I'm going with AmeriGroup too.
Choose AmeriGroup. Call 1-800-338-8366 today.
This is Iowa. And here, we don't just dream of a better tomorrow, of a smarter way to do business or live, of perseverance and progress. We inspire it in others. We challenge the conventional, reimagine what it means to be better, and then dare ourselves to make it great. This is Iowa, and here, we don't just dream, we make history.
Honesty, integrity, hard work, discipline.
Hi, I'm Greg Schottenkirk, and for over 50 years, our dealerships have been built on these principles.
I'm Doug DeArmond, managing partner. For the last 12 years, we've shown Waukee a new way of doing business.
And now we're going to show Ford buyers in Indianola the same way.
Introducing the all-new Schottenkirk Ford in Indianola. Schottenkirk Ford of Indianola. Now 2 stores and 1 name to better serve you. SchottenkirkFord.com.
Miss your hometown clothing store? The one that had it all? Everything to get the work done, all in one place? G&L Clothing is your hometown Iowa store. Stop in and see us, or we're only a click or phone call away. Family owned for nearly a century. G&L Clothing, 1801 Ingersoll, Des Moines.
G&L Clothing, your size, your style, we've got it all.
Hey, it's annual enrollment for most Iowa HealthLink members.
A little halftime entertainment here. They have some of the moms of the teams playing around the world here, trying to get, links to the past of the basketball. And it's pretty cool what they're doing here throughout the tournament here in the semifinal games.
Yep, and one of the other great traditions they've got here at the state tournament now is to also, they take a moment and just have any of the females out there who played high school sports. They take a moment, have them stand up and recognize them as well. So it's been fun to see a wide range of ages and I assume abilities as well as they've been recognized throughout the week here in Des Moines.
Dar Danielson and Andy Pollock here at halftime, and let's go into the locker room a little bit. What are the coaches saying to each of their respective teams, Sandy?
Yeah, I think if you're Cedar Falls, you're really encouraging to keep up that defensive intensity right now, and just keep on them, don't let up. And I think offensively, there's not many more things that you're going to do differently right now. If you're Cedar Falls, they've done a nice job of really protecting the basketball. Only turned the ball over 4 times, and they've been outstanding on the boards as well. If you're Indianola right now, it comes back to, like I mentioned before, valuing the basketball and just every time you've got it, really taking care of it and making sure that you're not making mistakes, because the way that Cedar Falls has defended them so far has just made it so difficult for Indianola to run their offense. I think also you just want to maybe settle them down a little bit right now too, because it seems like some of those shots have been rushed and just they've had the looks. I don't think you change a whole lot. It seems like they've had the looks, just haven't been able to get them to fall.
And these two teams met at the end of the regular season, and it was Indianola with a 10-point win, 57-47, and almost think maybe that played into Cedar Falls' hands. They got a chance to see them. Sometimes, you play, coming out here, normally they wouldn't be playing Cedar Falls, but they got to play them and got to see, Cedar Falls got to see Indianola a little bit, and then maybe a little more to prepare for this tournament game.
Yeah, in a rematch situation, it's very difficult because especially if you're the team that won, because you don't want to change. You know what worked. You don't necessarily know how much stuff you want to change. It makes it really tough. But you do want to change something, so you kind of go back through, you see what worked in the first game, what didn't work, and then maybe if there's some other things that you can take advantage of that the other team did in the first game as well. So it's, Cedar Falls has definitely come out. It just showed in the first half that maybe they learned a little bit more from that matchup, just a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, and of course there's a lot of different pressures and things when you're playing to get into the title game than, the end of the regular season game.
Yes.
But like we say, you got a team in Central Iowa and Eastern Iowa, and sometimes you're not going to meet until you meet in the tournament a lot of times. So.
And the girls union does such a nice job, and it's kind of fun as you go through the schedules that these teams have had and you watch who they play. The girls do a really nice job of going across the state and playing looking for great competition. You've seen a lot of them really travel all around the state to find the best teams to play.
And now we'll see Valley. They did. I do a lot of their games during the regular season, and they did several where they played Friday night, and then they went on the road over to Cedar Rapids to play a team over there, and kind of back-to-back. I only give them a little better competition over there, but, a little more of the tournament feel where you got to play games close together like that.
And the coaches know what they're doing. They're very good at getting everybody prepared. We should probably take a moment and mention what's being thrown out to the crowd right now.
Orioles. Well, the other day on the air, I had to get the cheerleaders to throw one my way. They were throwing them all over us, but I got them to do that, to throw it here.
There we go. We've got more.
Yeah, and Peter's got it. He takes care of us. He got a whole box of them there.
Thanks to Fairway for all those. They've been a great sponsor of this tournament.
The only trouble is I got to wait till I get off the air because I sound mumble-mouthed enough. I don't want to be eating them while we're on the air. Well, it looks like we got a few more minutes here. Let's take another break, and then we'll come back and get set for the second half to a championship here coming up after this.
Honesty, integrity, hard work, discipline.
Hi, I'm Greg Schottenkirk, and for over 50 years, our dealerships have been built on these principles.
I'm Doug DeArmond, managing partner. For the last 12 years, we've shown Waukee a new way of doing business.
And now we're going to show Ford buyers in Indianola the same way.
Introducing the all-new Schottenkirk Ford in Indianola. Schottenkirk Ford of Indianola. Now 2 stores and 1 name to better serve you. SchottenkirkFord.com.
Miss your hometown clothing store? The one that had it all? Everything to get the work done, all in one place? G&L Clothing is your hometown Iowa store. Stop in and see us, or we're only a click or phone call away. Family owned for nearly a century. G&L Clothing, 1801 Ingersoll, Des Moines.
G&L Clothing, your size, your style, we've got it all.
Hi, Ron here, head coach of Westside Auto Pros. When your car's on the injured reserve, you want to get it back in the game as soon as possible. I know that. That's why you need to bring it here to Westside Auto Pros. I have a team of experts that can fix almost every automotive injury. Whether it's a fractured joint, a brake, or if your car just got its bell rung, no problem. We can even do a complete physical on your car to make sure it's game ready for the entire season. So bring your car to Westside Auto Pros and we'll get it back in the starting lineup in no time. Hey, you guys are dogging it back here. Let's move it, move it, move it.
Here at halftime. Final minute of halftime winding down. Dar Danielson and Andy Pollack is Indianola trailing here. They haven't lost all season. And you see some of the highlights here of the first half. And that was the putback. Was that?
That was Pop. Yeah, she's had a heck of a first half.
And there's a 3. They're trying to see our screen there. There's the 3 again by Sorensen for Indianola. And then back the other way. Another 3. Indianola has 4 threes and just 1 field goal. And there was Wolf with the bucket. So some of the replays there's the Indianola students dressed for a beach party. It would have been earlier in the week maybe, but it's been a little cooler today.
And a lot colder down here on the court as we stand just about
Yeah.
an inch off the ice
Yeah,
here
off
at
the
Wells
ice.
Fargo Arena. So,
But talked about it in the second half. It's key to how you get started in this game,
it
Andy.
was interesting, too. I tried to get my headset off to hear Coach Bert Hansen from Indianola is right over here giving one of the officials an earful right at center court. They were it did not look like a cordial conversation that they were having, so I'll be curious to see how he's got another one, and he's in the ear of another one right now across the court, too. So I mentioned before, he knows how to work the officials. He's been around this game for a long time.
Maybe some of that contact against Graceburg to start it out. But
And there's been a lot of contact both ways here on this game today. So
Maggie McGraw, Maddie Sorensen, Carrington Keel, Haley Vesey, and Grace Berg for Indianola as they start with the ball in the white, Cedar Falls in the black with the 4-point lead. There's Berg. Hands it off. Working, looks like man-to-man defense for the Tigers.
They've been pretty much all that today.
Keel now inside to Berg. Over, off, no good. Wolf, good defense inside on her. Riley Johnson, Callie Johnson, Allie Conrad, Kiana Barney, and Cynthia Wolf.
It's one of the few times that Berg has been able to catch the basketball that close to the basket today.
Those are the starters for Cedar Falls. And in the action, Callie Johnson looks back and said, what? Come on.
A lot of contact up top.
Johnson with the ball over to Riley Johnson. And she'll pull it out. Gets it to Barney. Lob inside. Wolf turns, not there, kicks it back to Barney down the lane. Good.
You know, so much rotation that they're forcing. Is so patient and finally working for a nice shot, Cedar Falls.
So lead back up to 6. Largest lead was 10 for the Tigers. Into Berg. Kicks it back out for 3. Good. Maddie Sorensen with her third 3.
Sorensen really starting to heat up. You know, Berg, they came off, they switched. One switched, one did not, and Berg had a wide open lane to the basket, chose to give off to Sorensen, then get lost on defense.
There's
Vesey
Wolf with the bucket.
Vesey just kind of got lost looking the other way.
On the drive, Sorensen up, no good, draws a foul.
I think they're going to get Riley Johnson for that one. Johnson just kind of got caught on the switch, really looking to get in the way, and was in the way, but just not able to stop her.
Free throw up and good by Maddie Sorensen. Free throws brought to you by Fairway. Check out Fairway's full-service meat counter or visit fairway.com. Second free throw good.
Got to give credit to Maddie Sorensen right now because, you know, Indianola between McGraw and Berg, just not much going offensively today, but Sorensen starting to have herself quite the day with 11 points right now.
Cedar Falls with the ball. And a 3-point lead and a jump ball. Tie-up call that'll stay with Cedar Falls as Indianola got the ball to start the second half. And back to action here. Barney with it, across the top to Callie Johnson. Drive by Riley Johnson.
Got the kick.
And a kick.
You know, it's interesting. Cedar Falls really never a direct attempt to score necessarily off the inbounds. They're just looking to get the ball in and run their offense.
Inside, and a foul called as Allie Conrad drove in there and kind of threw it up and threw the contact and got the foul call.
Sorensen, I believe. Yep, Sorensen. You know, you can't play defense much better than that, but just too much contact, that something had to be called.
Sorensen's third, the first team foul here of the second half. Free throw up and good by Allie Conrad. Free throws brought to you by Catch Des Moines. The Catch Des Moines Fun Pass features deals and discounts at places like Fong's Pizza, Science Center of Iowa, and the MB2 Raceway here in Des Moines.
Sounds like a fun little day.
And Ellie Jensen into the lineup for the Indians is 2 free throws by Cedar Falls extends the lead to 5. And a little contact inside. No harm, no foul.
Probably could have called a foul on either one of the girls in that situation.
BC drives the lane and gets it to go. It's one of the first times we've seen penetration in the bucket.
Yeah, and penetration without someone slapping the ball away or constantly getting their hands on it.
Yep. Cuts the lead to 3. Barney drives, lobs it over on the baseline to Conrad. Crossed and foul called on the drive, I guess.
Yeah, Keel got called for it. It's interesting. This second half starting to get called considerably tighter off the bat than that first half was.
Carrington Keel, her second team foul. Well, Bert Hansen was calling for a little tighter game, and so far it's not worked to his advantage.
Yeah.
And that one's thrown away by Cedar Falls. Tigers shot just 29% in the first half, and Indianola only shot 37.5%. But Tigers leading.
This second half is at a much faster pace to it than the
Cut
first
by
half.
inside, good.
There's a way to get McGraw involved for Indianola.
Yep. We got a 1-point ball game. Timeout. Cedar Falls will take a timeout. We'll take a quick break and come back right after this.
Ask anyone you know. They will tell you. The best meat comes from Fairway. We take pride in our meat counter and choose nothing but the best choice beef for our customers. From ribeyes to ribs, chicken to brats, we have them all. From grilling season to crock-pot weather, we have you covered. Fairway, best at choice beef. Ask anyone you know.
Back to action. Indianola's outscored Cedar Falls 8-6 here to start the third quarter and cut the lead down to 1. Tigers took a timeout. They have the ball. On the drive, they try to throw it back across the middle. Knocked away, but Cedar Falls keeps possession of it. And then a foul as Allie Conrad drives.
Yep, definitely tighter.
Keel. Yeah, a lot tighter. That would not have been called in the first half. Carrington Keel, and it's the third team foul now on Indianola. Out to Kiana Barney. She puts up the 3. No good, and that's going to go out of bounds. And it'll come back to Indianola. Their first chance to take a lead since the first 2 buckets of the ball game. The Berg up high. On the drive, pull-up jumper, no good by VC.
Indianola, the second half, you've seen a lot more motion out of their offense, a lot more active on the offensive end. It's got them some decent looks. That was a good shot right there as well from about 14 feet away.
Nice back cut, up and leaves it short, gets her own rebound and draws the foul. Hallie Conrad, good hustle out of her.
Yeah, battling down there. I like the extra, using those 2 steps to get herself, to clear herself free of the defender. We've got some theatrics going on down here. Bert Hansen still in the official's ear, and he's been warned. I think he's been warned to sit down.
So Callie Johnson with the foul, 14th foul. Free throw is good by Allie Conrad. Free throw is brought to you by Lincoln Savings Bank. Lincoln Savings Bank is a bank of choice for thousands of Iowans. Join Lincoln Savings Bank as your lifelong financial partner. And Conrad 4 free throws here in the fourth quarter. And back to a 3-point lead for Cedar Falls. Drive by Indianola's Maggie McGraw draws the foul.
Conrad called for reaching in. Nope, it's going to be on Green.
Her second team foul. And then another foul called.
Everybody was going for the ball off the pass of the inbounds, and Berg was the one to come away with it, and everybody else had their hands on her when she caught it. So
Allie Conrad's first, team's third. And Berg to the free throw line. Misses it. She's got 3 points, averages 20.
Scored 36 in their first round win.
And second one is good. Two-point ball game. Cedar Falls with the lead and the ball. Up top with it. Hand off to Green. Bounce passes across. Tried to kick it there, but got it to Wolf. Now down the lane, Barney.
And Barney, just a nice job. And she had Berg on her the entire time. And was just able to come across the lane and give herself a different angle to put it in.
Barney with 4 points, all of them coming here in the third quarter. 4-point lead for the Tigers. McGraw dribbles in, now back outside to Ellie Jensen. Maggie McGraw dribbles in, almost loses it. Picked up, kicked out to Berg for three, no good. Rebound pulled down by Olivia Remmert.
Berg just still not able to find her range today. She's not going to get many better looks than what she just had.
Barney dishes it baseline to Wolf, who pops the jumper.
I've been very impressed watching Cynthia Wolf today. She is so smooth out there at 6'3", and she gets a steal on the other end.
Lead up to 6 in the steal by Wolf. Does it on the offense, back down on the defense. Crossover, Green drives in and gets fouled by McGraw.
You can just see a lot of frustration right now starting to settle in with Indianola. Not the kind of tempo right now that they want to be playing at.
15 foul, and Bert Hansen wants a timeout. We'll take a 30-second timeout and be back with more after this.
I'm an environmentalist working hard to protect Iowa's natural resources.
I'm an employer committed to providing a safe workplace for Iowans.
I'm a farmer consistently producing quality products for consumers worldwide.
I'm an animal welfare advocate, protecting and promoting animal well-being in everything I do.
We're Iowa hog farmers, and we care.
And we care.
I'm here at Wells Fargo Arena. Cedar Falls extended their lead. It was down to 1, but they've extended it back up to 6 here in the third quarter against Indianola, the top-rated Indians. And lob in to Barney. She'll quickly take it in, pull-up jumper, good!
That's so smooth right there for Barney. And as she catches the ball, she comes off the screen and just gives herself a nice look at an 8-footer. It doesn't get much easier than that.
6 for Kiara Barney in the third quarter. Indianola look a little frustrated offensively and defensively.
But just been harassed all day long by Cedar Falls.
Jensen out to Berg. Across the top. Drive and block with a foul called. Let's see if it's Barney.
Nope. And say Barney's block was clean. They're going to get Johnson for that one.
No, it's Wolf.
No, and Wolf. Excuse me. 5-1. I'm on the opposite end, so 5-1
yeah,
and 1-5 on the other end.
You got to read it that way. And free throw by Haley Vesey is good. Free throw brought to you by the Iowa Pork Producers. Iowa Pork Producers, or Iowa's Pig Farmers doing it right. Visit iowapork.org. Second one high, no good. Rebound, Berg rips it down.
You know, a lot of credit right there underneath. It was really Ellie Jensen that kept everybody screened off for Cedar Falls.
3 rattles down, no good. Battle for it, and Pop gets the rebound and draws the foul from, I think, Ellie Jensen.
It is. Jensen really, she's only out there right now, 5'6", giving up a lot of inches right now to the gals from Cedar Falls, but just fighting her tail off out there.
So 6 team fouls now on Indianola to 4 for Cedar Falls. And here come the Tigers.
Hansen wanted a tighter game. He's getting a tighter game.
7-point lead. Green drives, block from behind. And it goes out of bounds off of Indianola, but a great block by Maggie McGraw on the shot.
I really like the drive right there on by Green.
Yeah, just keep the pressure on. Keep driving it at him. Lob inside. as you saw the replay, you see the replay there. Now the lob inside as we go to live action. And runners left short by Ali Conrad.
Cedar Falls back in a hurry.
Throw it over for three. No good. Rebound comes off to Indianola. Kept it alive there. Good job by VC. McGraw with it. Gets it to Berg. Berg drives in, takes it to the hole. Can't get it to go. Good defense by Pop there to harass her.
It looked like she got beat for a second. Oh, back the other way.
Oh, Pop runs the floor, gets the bucket on the other end.
What a game today for Haley Pop.
10 points. Up to a 9-point lead. 30 seconds to play, third quarter. Drive in, and in between two defenders, falls down and loses the ball out of bounds, and it'll stay with
a lot of contact, but both defenders are standing there.
Yeah, they're just
they're
stood
vertical.
there.
Yeah,
Yep.
they're holding their ground.
If anything, if she
call.
would have knocked one of them over, probably would have been an offensive foul on that.
See it
See
there on the
there,
replay,
yeah,
yep.
she comes in on the replay. And lob out to Berg. She puts up the three. Good, Grace Berg.
Can't give her that much space right there. I'm not sure Pop identified her right away as the shooter as she got matched up on her. She's only had her down low so far today, hasn't had to cover her on the perimeter.
Cuts it down to 6, and we'll see if Cedar Falls, they will play for 1, looks like. Emerson Green with it out high, looking for a screen from Pop. Goes around Pop. Inside, tries to come back inside, and it's knocked away.
I think she was trying that baseline drive and swing it around for a three-pointer again.
Yeah, she had Pop and Remmert down there. Now they're going to set up a line clear across the end. Lob it in, try to get it to Pop, knocked away, and good defense by Haley Vesey to keep them from getting it in. So we got one more period to play here. 37-31 Tigers. Can Indianola come back? Can the Tigers hold them off? We'll find out as you saw the replay there. Coming back with more after this.
Truck Month at the all-new Schottenkirk Ford in Indianola. Get $12,000 off select new F-150s and a 5-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. $12,000 off select new F-150s. Or get 0% for 72 months. To bulk up fresh local trades, Schottenkirk Ford is in a position to give you more for your trade. The Schottenkirk Experience, now available in Indianola. The all-new Schottenkirk Ford of Indianola. SchottenkirkFord.com.
If you signed up in April last year, you can change plans or keep things the way they are. Have you heard about it?
Yeah, I'll probably check out all the plans again. I'm thinking about switching. I just want to make some healthy changes this year. Who do you have?
I'm staying with Amerigroup. I get all the regular benefits plus lots of extras. Rewards for getting checkups and free Weight Watchers.
Wow, that sounds great. I'm going with Amerigroup too.
Choose Amerigroup. Call 1-800-338-8366 today.
Hey, it's annual enrollment for most Iowa HealthLink members. If you signed up in April...
Back to action here. We go to the fourth period. Indianola trailing by 6 against Cedar Falls. 37-31, and they'll start with the ball. Looking for a fourth quarter comeback. Haven't had to do too much of that this season. Grace Berg tries to get in inside and a foul by Green.
Green just a little bit behind right there. Otherwise, she would have been in good position, but just a couple inches behind to get there. A really clean quarter by both teams. We talked, there's a lot of turnovers in that first half. Each team only had one turnover there in the third quarter.
5th team foul. Here's a three from the corner. Good by Carrington Keel.
And we mentioned it's someone else having to step up for Indianola, and we've seen it from Keel and Sorensen so far today. VC as well with some nice baskets.
Got it down to 3 here, starting the fourth quarter. And Cedar Falls. Allie Conrad over to Wolf. Now inside on the cut and through the hands and out of bounds. Turnover back to Indianola.
They were going to get the look that they wanted right there. Just, Barney couldn't haul it in. They were going to have her isolated down low on Berg.
So Indianola opened up with the 3 in the fourth quarter. See if they can cash in on the turnover here. Over to Berg. She's on Wolf. Dribbles in and almost has it stripped away.
Everyone on the court.
Yep, lobbed down underneath, slapped away. Great defense to get back there by Allie Conrad.
You know, watching Cedar Falls on defense has been a thing of beauty right now. As they're in there, they're switching on all the screens, coming underneath, so much communication going on between their ladies, just kind of watching off ball on that possession, and they've done it a bunch.
Wolf hits a three!
I'm not so sure that's a shot you want in that situation, but she calmly stepped up and drained it.
Wolf hits the three to up at the 6-point lead here.
That's just her 4th made three-pointer of the
Yeah,
season, and she looked like that was no big deal to her at all right there.
3 away, no good by Indianola. Here comes Barney down in. Back outside. Up top for 3. No good. A rebound comes out long, and Green runs it down. Looked like Keel was just going to kind of nonchalantly let that go out, and Green came running in there and almost got it back.
Kind of came in out of nowhere.
Yeah, Wolf is 3 of 10 in three-pointers this season.
Hey,
I can even figure that. That's 30%.
Yeah.
Now she's up to 40%
Yeah.
from three-point range out of 4 of 10. 6 minutes to play. 6-point lead. Indianola with the ball and trailing. Across the top, McGraw tries to throw it in there, has a block back to her hands, and then off the hands of BC.
Off the switch, off the screen, they had Wolf matched up on McGraw up here. And down low was Grace Berg wide open, and they were able to not let her get the basketball.
Now here come the Tigers with the lead in the ball, trying to get into the title game. Lob over, back cut, and not quite there as they were looking.
That was a beautiful look.
Yeah,
I'm not sure
for
that
Conrad.
Conrad knew it was coming. She's kind of caught herself wide open.
And Indianola wants to call a timeout. 5:32 to play here in the ball game. They're down by 6. We'll take a break and be back with more here on CISN.TV.
Iowa. And here, we don't just dream, we make history by nearly doubling our clean energy as part of our 100% renewable vision. With this, our energy costs will remain some of the lowest in the nation. We'll create new jobs and boost economic growth. Our air will be cleaner, our state stronger, and together we'll advance this country's energy future forever. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service. This is Iowa, and here we don't just dream, we make history by nearly doubling our clean energy as part of our 100% renewable vision. With this, our energy costs will remain some of the lowest in the nation. We'll create new jobs and boost economic growth. Our air will be cleaner, our state stronger, and together we'll advance this country's energy future forever. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly.
Here at Wells Fargo Arena on CISN.TV, Dar Danielson, Andy Pollock, the Cedar Falls Tigers looking to upset the top-rated team, Indianola, give them their first loss of the season, advance to the title game. Indianola with the ball, trailing here by 6. Over on the left side with it is McGraw. Gets it to Berg. Berg dribbles in, kicks it back out to Sorensen. Trying to get their offense going. Berg trying to post up in there against Wolf. Takes it. Now on the drive back out to Berg for 3. Good, McGraw.
Yeah, really good ball movement by Indianola before they finally were able to settle in on McGraw getting the open look. Just said it. They really got Cedar Falls into a rotation on their defense and finally got her open.
3 the other way. Good! The answer by Callie Johnson.
Every time that Indianola has got this game close, Cedar Falls has come back and hit another big shot.
And knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Indianola. Yeah, they're just not folding, are they, in the comeback?
Every time. They've gone down. We've seen 3-pointers. We've seen 2-pointers. Just every time Cedar Falls has had the answer for whatever Indianola's been able to throw at them.
And it's just got to be frustrating for Indianola. They keep chipping away but can't get it down. Here's a drive off, no good. Rebound comes off to Callie Johnson. Or excuse me, Allie Conrad. Here come the Tigers. Still with a 6-point lead.
I'd say probably no rush here if you're Cedar Falls.
And the Wolf back to Green. Goes up and loses it. Blocked there by Haley Vesey.
Yeah, Vesey did a nice job just staying straight up. Still a lot of contact, but the referees have shown they're going to let that go if you stand straight up.
Right side for three, no good. Battle between Berg and Wolf, and it's a jump ball. It'll go back to Cedar Falls.
And that's the right call. I mean, it's one of those things right there where an official, a lot of people in the crowd are going to see the reaching over through, but there's no question there from our vantage point. Both had their hands
Both
on the ball.
simultaneously got to the ball and grabbed it. Yeah, there was no one pushing the other to get an advantage. So a little pressure bringing up a little higher now for Indianola.
A little trap look it looked like they wanted to bring in.
And over there, they'll get it back out. Three for Green. No good. Rebound comes out. Long, though, and taken by Barney.
Barney with a nice job screening off kind of an opposite box out.
Barney traveled. Got it. Defender stopped her just enough to make her shuffle her feet. She didn't think so, but it was.
Yeah, we've seen that a couple times today, just in this game in particular, where a couple steps and then the jump stop, and just not quite able to. The refs have been on top of it every time.
Said it all game long. Seems like Indianola trailing, trying to get back in it. Berg drives in against Wolf, takes it up, and draws the foul against Wolf.
And that's what she's going to have to do really right now for Indianola is take over this ball game. She's able to drive. She just hasn't been able to finish today. If she can get into the body of Wolf, she's going to find herself a lot of opportunities at the free throw line here in the last 3.5 minutes of this game.
Free throw good by Berg. Free throws brought to you by Fairway. Look for the meat counter for USDA choice beef, all natural pork and chicken. As you see the replay there of the drive, visit fairway.com for more. Berg with 8 points. Now 9 with the kiss off the rim and the glass. And it's a 4-point ball game.
She has earned every one of those points today.
And every time Indianola's come back, Cedar Falls has answered. Let's see if they do it again here. High pressure turned up by Indianola. They're bringing the guards out much higher. And a timeout called as Cedar Falls. Greg Groen sees that and wants to call a timeout. Let's keep it right here. And final 3:12 here. We've seen already, Andy, the Indianola's brought the defense out a little higher, trying to get a little more pressure and force.
As before, we saw in the third quarter a lot more motion, was able to get them some looks. Now they're trying to use, try to get some of their playmakers right now, especially McGraw, especially Bird, try to get them isolated so they can, Cedar Falls has been so good about helping. If you can get them isolated, they're not going to be there to help on the defensive side.
Indianola 8 of 16 from three-point range, 50%. Cedar Falls overall 37% from the floor. Indianola about 39% from the floor.
And if you'd have told me about that stat before the game, you'd have thought Indianola would have been running away with it right now.
Yeah, you would, wouldn't you? They're shooting 50% from three. Inside cut, not there. They kick it back out. Now back in. Barney knocked away, but Wolf picks it up. Outside to Callie Johnson. She drives in. Back out. Looks like they're trying to spread it out a little more. And a foul called.
No, he called it on the floor. Okay.
Yep. On Indianola, it'll be the 17th foul, though.
Keel with her third.
Front end of the one-on-one is good.
Conrad, a 77% free throw shooter.
Free throw brought to you by the Catch Des Moines Fun Pass. Get the Catch Des Moines Fun Pass and get deals on features and discounts at places in Des Moines. Second one, no good. So a 5-point lead. Indianola for three. Good!
So much help as they drive into the lane. As McGraw drives into the lane, Keel was just wide open in the corner.
Keel 6 points, 2 threes in the fourth quarter. 2-point ball game. Pressure's on. Green down, throws it up and gets a running shot.
She did that around Grace Berg. Berg standing straight up, holding her ground, and what a move by Green.
Back up to 4. Indianola with the ball. Berg gets it off to McGraw. Now back over to Berg. Looks at the three, drives in, up and through. And Berg hits it. Back to a 2-point ball game.
It looked like Johnson was coming over to try to help Mike, but Berg did a great job of just kind of sidestepping her. Look for the trap right here.
Under 2 minutes to play. Oh, she dribbles through it. Oh, and it caught it on her hip and carried it. Yep, it was a little bad bounce by Allie Conrad. She caught it on her hip as she came through and turns it over. Indianola a chance to come down, take the lead on a 3 or tie it on a 2.
Yep, and that half-court trap just got her playing at a little bit different tempo than she wanted to play. Indianola really forcing the issue right now. Letting Berg bring the ball up the court, isolate her one-on-one on Wolf.
Here come the Indians. Keel over to Berg. She'll drive in, falls down, and she hit the end line. Otherwise, she could have tried to pass that away, but put on the brakes and a little too fast there.
Yep, it just completely went, her feet came completely out from under her.
I'm surprised they aren't going full court here.
Not really. You see, they're really setting up the trap right now. Going to try to force Cedar Falls into the corner.
Try to get it in the half court then,
yep.
Okay.
Only down 2, don't need to panic yet.
Callie Johnson with it, dribbles in the middle, through the middle, over to Green. Back to Callie Johnson. Cedar Falls, 2-point lead. Stripped away off of Cedar Falls.
I'm not so sure she wasn't even just trying to pass that off to Wolf.
I think she was.
Wolf was moving out here and was able to get the ball out of bounds.
Indianola again comes down with a chance. They take a timeout. Another chance to tie it up here. 1:08 to play. Stick with us on CISN.TV.
Miss your hometown clothing store? The one that had it all? Everything to get the work done, all in one place? G&L Clothing is your hometown Iowa store. Stop in and see us, or we're only a click or phone call away. Family owned for nearly a century. G&L Clothing, 1801 Ingersoll, Des Moines.
G&L Clothing, your size, your style, we've got it all.
Hi, Ron here, head coach of Westside Auto Pros. When your car's on the injured reserve, you want to get it back in the game as soon as possible. I know that. That's why you need to bring it here to Westside Auto Pros. I have a team of experts that can fix almost every automotive injury. Whether it's a fractured joint, a brake, or if your car just got its bell rung, no problem. We can even do a complete physical on your car to make sure it's game ready for the entire season. So bring your car to Westside Auto Pros and we'll get it back in the starting lineup in no time. Hey, you guys are dogging it back here. Let's move it, move it, move it.
Back to action here at Wells Fargo Arena, Indianola. You'll see the replay here of the drive by Berg. And Indianola's outscored Cedar Falls 13-9 in the fourth quarter to make it a 2-point ball game. They have the ball almost knocked away there. Up top to Berg. Gets it to Maggie McGraw. Lob over to Berg. She drives baseline, kicks it out for 3. No good. Rebound, jump ball will go to Indianola.
You can't get a much better look right now
No.
if you're Indianola than having Sorensen with that shot. She shoots about almost 30% from 3, and that was an excellent look. It was right on spot. It sure looked good from where we were.
46 seconds. Indianola with the ball, down by 2. And they get it into the corner. Dribbling out is Keel. Outside to Berg. Over on the left wing with it. Comes Sorensen. Off to McGraw. Inside look on the cut, and it's knocked away. Oh, almost stolen back. And it's going to be a foul. As it looked like BC almost stole it back. And then the foul goes on, is it Berg? Or no, VC, I guess.
VC, yeah. At that point, they had to foul right there.
And the 8th team foul.
And Indianola had some nice looks at the hoop.
So still the 1-1 Wolf. She's not shot a free throw today. Here, we saw the replay there. Indianola crowd on their feet, missed it. Berg rebound. Again, Indianola down with a chance to tie it or take the lead. Get it to Berg. Back outside, over the corner. That's McGraw. Across the top. Timeout call. Indianola, 11.9. Let's keep it right here. Talk strategy, Andy Pollock.
It's kind of interesting. I kind of thought maybe the timeout would be coming sooner because I was watching Coach Hansen over there to see what he wanted. He was telling the girls, play on, and then wait here till just under 12 seconds to go to call the timeout. I mean, I think everybody in this house knows where the ball's going. I think Cedar Falls knows that too. It's going to go to Grace Berg. Now, if she can get around and draw some attention and kick it out.
Kick it out. I was going to say, you go with her and then kick out for the 3 and maybe the win. If she can go for the 2 and the tie, or what, you know.
Yeah, I think so. You're going to try to isolate it in a way that she's the one driving to the hoop, and if she has a chance to take it in for the tie, you do it. That's your high percentage shot right there. And if she can't, look for the kick out for a three-pointer, and that'll be the one to win it if they can't. So.
Because the three-pointers, 9 of 18, 50%.
Yeah, they've been
Indianola
smoking the nets today.
Yeah.
What they haven't been able to do is rebound. If Indianola could rebound today, they probably run away with this game. So.
Yeah, and Cedar Falls about a 10-point rebound advantage, I believe, here on the day. 11.9 seconds to go. That's the final timeout for Indianola. Cedar Falls has 3 timeouts.
Yep.
We're in the bonus for Cedar Falls. 1 foul to give for Cedar Falls before Indianola's in the bonus.
And if you're Cedar Falls right now, you're switching on all screens. You don't want to give up any three-pointers right now.
Here we go. Into Sorensen. 10 seconds. Over to McGraw. Around the screen. Drives in. Puts it up. No good. Rebound, Cedar Falls. That'll do it. That'll do it. 0.7 seconds to go. Cedar Falls will come down to shoot free throws, looking at the upset of top-rated Indianola.
Look at that right at the end there. It was Callie Johnson.
See,
Callie
the
Johnson
rebound.
able to get her hands in on it. Callie Johnson got in on it, really threw off that shot. Not what I was expecting for a play here to be run at the end of the game. Graceburg nowhere near the basketball for Indianola.
Looked like Barney got it. Here's Callie Johnson, hits the free throw. That makes it a 3-point ball game.
You're better off just missing this right now.
Yeah,
anyway.
because
they can't do much with .7 anyway,
it's hard to get it in and get it up. We'll see what she does. Well, she hits it. That's a 4-point lead, so either way.
What was I thinking?
Yeah, what
was I thinking? Man,
we're not math geniuses, Blaine.
Not in my strong suit.
Yeah. Peter, you don't have to confirm that, but so 0.7 seconds to go. They're really, you just let him get it in.
Yeah, you don't even come on the court if you're Cedar Falls. You stay off the side, no chance
let
of
him get in, it's going to run out because
Yep.
the only way that they can tie it is if a foul on you hit a three-pointer.
Yep, if you're Cedar Falls, you just stay off the court. No chance whatsoever of a three-pointer with a foul call. You do not touch anybody.
So the Tigers all come back. They're huddled there at the free throw line with big smiles on their faces because they know it. They've got a trip to the title game wrapped up here. Here it is. The shot at the buzzer. Cedar Falls pulls the upset. 48-44 over Indianola. And wow, what a game. Right down to the final seconds, Andy. Indianola fought for it.
Every time Indianola, though, every time they had a shot to draw her closer to get themselves back in the game or even take the lead, Cedar Falls was right back, just shot after shot, time after time again. These ladies stepped up, and so many different players today playing a role for Cedar Falls throughout the course of the game. So,
well, if we were given a player of the game, I would have to give it to Pop off the bench.
Every participating player will receive a commemorative basketball provided by the Iowa Farm Bureau, title sponsor of the Girls Athletic Union. Presenting awards from the Girls Athletic Union are Jean Berger and Karen Brown. Congratulations to head coach Bert Hansen and the Indians from Indianola on an outstanding basketball season. Cedar Falls Tiger fans, your team advances to the Class 5A championship game, where they will face either West Des Moines Valley or Iowa City West on Saturday night at 8 p.m.
Well, there you have it. As Cedar Falls knocks off Indianola. We'll run down quickly the scoring. Cynthia Wolf with 11-10 for Haley Pop for Cedar Falls, 9 for Allie Conrad, 6 for Callie Johnson, 2 for Cynthia Wolf, 2 for Emerson Green. For Indianola, 11 for Grace Berg, 11 for Maddie Sorensen, 8 for Maggie McGraw, 6 for Carrington Keel, 6 for Haley Vesey, and 2 for Ellie Jensen. And just a gritty performance by Cedar Falls today, Andy.
Balance all the way through. You know, Barney led the squad in that first round matchup, and now today she's only got 6, but off the bench, I mean, seeing what Haley Pop did, she really carried Cedar Falls with that spark through the first half, did a great job there, and then Cynthia Wolf stepping up. She's 5 for 6. I mean, she stepped up today and just hit some great shots, some huge shots in that second half for Cedar Falls, and then Cedar Falls all over the board today. It seemed like every rebound that came down was theirs.
Seeing some of the replay here. There's the drive up and good by Berg. Not enough of that for Indianola, as you see the celebrating Tigers there. And it was Cedar Falls led 12-7 after one, 21-17 at the half, 37-31 after the third, and win at 48-44. So led all the way after trailing 6-0 at the start of this ball game, took the lead and never would give it back
and Cedar
to
Falls,
Indianola.
They really dictated the tempo of the game almost throughout. There's a brief moment there in the fourth quarter that I think Indianola maybe got them out of their comfort zone, but definitely today, I mean, Cedar Falls just really got Indianola in an uncomfortable position right away, having to play from behind, and really took it to them, and just an excellent game plan by Coach Groen today for Cedar Falls.
Well, I'll tell you what, man, it's been fun doing this. We did it last year, doing it with you again. Great job, as always, out of you and your commentary, and we really appreciate you joining us here on CISN.TV.
And I have a great time as well. You know, I've mentioned it before, but I got 4 daughters, and I brought one of them with me today. Well, I got 3 of them with me today. One of them has been down here with me. I really hope that someday they are able to experience all this as well. Just an awesome environment for basketball here in Des Moines.
That's the cool thing. You can bring him, and you can dream that you can be on here, you know, no matter what size town it is. You can come down here and play for a championship, can't you?
For sure, and the one thing I wanted just them to see is when I brought my 8-year-old down here on the court was just to see how much fun it is to have everybody yelling and screaming, how much noise there is. Just when you get down here, you don't necessarily feel it up in the bleachers, but, man, when you get down here, it gets really loud around down here. So.
Well, thank you, my friend. We got one more semifinal to go.
Yeah.
Good to be with you here. So we'll have one more to go. Valley and Iowa City coming up as we get all the championships set. Thanks for joining us for this one. We'll be back in just a bit on CISN.TV.
Thanks for watching our live coverage of the 2017 Iowa Girls State Basketball Tournament on Central Iowa Sports Network. You can check CISN.TV for a replay of this game. The free coverage of today's game brought to you on CISN by Mid-American Energy, CenturyLink, Atlantic Coca-Cola Bottling Company, the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. That's all for now from Wells Fargo Arena in downtown Des Moines.